God bless you. This is Pastor Alan Payne coming to you live from Mirror Image Church Without Walls. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. I know I am. You know, some people ask me all the time, they ask me, where can I find peace? You know, I have all these things going on in my life. You know, I have different issues with money. I have different issues with my spouse. I have different issues with my kids. I have different issues with my boss. I have different issues all around. And I feel like I just can't find peace. I just can't find peace. Everywhere I turn, I have these arguments. I have all this stuff. Where can I find peace? That's the question. Where can I find peace? Well, the Bible talks about peace. And I think one of the people on here had mentioned somewhere that people find peace. So let's see if they agree. In Matthew 11:28, let me just pick up my Bible here, excuse me for a second. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary, burdened, and you will find rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am gentle and humble-hearted, and you will find rest for your soul." You will find rest for your soul. So this is God saying, you can find peace in me. You can find peace in me. Now, what does that mean? You know, we go through life and we say, okay, you can find peace in God. What does that really mean? You know, you said that you can find peace in Islam. What does that really mean? What does it mean to find peace in God? What it means is that when everything else is going crazy, when everything else goes up and down, that God does not change. When your marriage might go up and down, when your kids are yelling and screaming and misbehaving, when your job looks like it might fire you or not fire you, when it looks like your money situation might vary up and down, God is not going to change. That's what it means. It's that you can find peace and assurance that God does not change. God is the steadfast thing in your life that you can find that is not going to change. God does not change. You can rely on God that no matter what happens in your life, He is not going to change. And you can bet on that. You can rely on that. You can say, okay, you know, this is happening in my life, but I know I can rely on God because He's not going to change. You can say, oh no, like we were in Florida. We're in Florida. I don't know where you guys are, but I'm in Florida. We had a hurricane coming. But I know no matter how hard those winds blew, God was not going to change. So I could rely on God. I couldn't rely on the walls of my house, but I could rely on God. So when we know sometimes when there are things that are unreliable in our life, we can find peace in God because we know that His steadfast promises to us that are found in His Word, they're found in His Bible, are true. And that He is not going to change. That's how you find peace. That's how you find rest and the assurance that you know that you know that you have peace. Because he is not a man that he shall lie to us. He is God. So you can find peace in that God will not change. So find peace today that you may not have anything in your life that is steadfast. You might have a lot of things going up and down right now. But as you rely on God, as you put more trust in God, you'll find, and this is just what he's done for me, I can testify what he's done for me. As I've put more trust in God, things have started to steady out, because when you put it in God's hands, you'll see that the things in life start to become more steadfast like God. When you put your wife in God's hands, she becomes steadfast like God. When you put your kids in God's hands, they become steadfast like God. When you put your finances in God's hands, they become steadfast like God. All these things in your life, they become steadfast like God. When you put your own life in God's hands, it becomes steadfast like God. That's what this verse is talking about. Trust in God, and you will find peace. God bless you and keep you. God let his face shine upon you and give you peace. God bless you today.